End of the day, do I really give a fuck what any of you people on this app think about me? No. It's about what I think about my fucking self. I'm not going to sit here and force you to forgive me. But I'm going to forgive myself. I do forgive myself. I made a mistake. I've learned a lesson. I realized the impact that it had on Megan. I realized the impact it had on other people. You guys act like that I expect people to forgive me, but for the love of God, when someone genuinely says, I am sorry, if you choose not to forgive me, I understand and I respect that, right? But what I am not going to do is I am not going to go into a live where I am going to be absolutely fucking mentally broke the fuck down. You know what really gets me? Is that it's always about mental health. It's always about body positivity. It's always about this and that. But yet the same people that are screaming this in boxes and screaming this in chats are actively participating in lives where people are being fucking fat shamed and body shamed. You guys are sitting here knowing that I have mental health problems, knowing that I struggle with shit, and you're just like, fuck that bitch. Let's just fucking destroy her. Let's just fucking rip her to where she's fucking nothing. And then on the same breath, turn around and as we're ripping this person apart and we're not fucking wanting to fucking at least listen, we're just gonna rip her fucking apart. We're gonna shred her to fucking pieces where she feels like she's fucking worthless. And in the same breath, call yourself a good person. You know, I'm not going to mention any names, but I actually had a conversation with somebody tonight. Behind the scenes. And no, I'm not going to mention names, and no, I'm not going to call that person out because frankly, it's none of your guys' damn business. And you know, I had a genuine, actual, conversation with this person. And I poured my heart out in this conversation with this person. And this was a person who I thought was probably going to hate me for the rest of my life. And tonight, she told me she forgave me. But oh no, let's live stream people when they're, truly trying to talk about stuff and truly trying to open about stuff. No, let's live stream that person. Let's pick apart everything that person says and let's just fucking rip them apart. Let's just fucking go at them and go at them and go at them. And then in the same breath, turn around and say, oh, we care about mental health. You know, and a lot of y'all know that I've always been open, right, about trauma dumping, right? I don't quite handle it well. I don't handle trauma well because I have my own that I haven't known how to deal with it. I still struggle with it at fucking 43 fucking years old, right? I still fuck up at 43. Hey, but at least I can get up here and at least I can own my shit. And y'all know what's even more fucking crazy is that Mike G, who y'all continue to fucking drag, he even told me calling CPS on Megan was pretty fucked up. The one person that still truly supports me and is here for me told me that that was fucked up. And I shouldn't have done it. So if y'all don't think that I haven't been talked to about this, about other people, and I haven't had some hard conversations, but everybody keeps telling me, talk to Megan, talk to Megan, talk to Megan. I can't force a conversation if Megan is not wanting or willing to have it. And if Megan never wants to speak to me again, and if Megan wants to hate me, and Megan does not want to forgive me, I have to respect that. I have to respect her feelings. I have to respect that I hurt her. And I have to respect that boundary. I cannot force someone to have a conversation. If that person is telling me, fuck you, forever fuck you, I have to respect that. And everybody in the chat, it's like, you know, I was over there with Florida Man in his live having a conversation and talking civilly. And everything I said was picked the fuck apart. As if you know me in real fucking life. As if you have ever spent a day around me or with me. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. On TikTok, everybody's a fucking character. And it doesn't matter what I do, what rights I try to make, when I'm trying to right my wrongs. And no matter how many times I apologize, I am still always going to be the villain in someone's story. I mean, I've never held a live on Megan. I've never berated Megan. I have never, you know, and when it was Josh and Ida days, yeah, her and I went tit for tat in Josh and Ida days. But when her and I started getting to know each other, like, even when we had our moments, you know, I never went live. I never shared our text messages. I never berated Megan in a live for days. But yet, that's happened to me, though. And everybody just says, have the adult conversation, have the adult conversation. Here I am, ready to have the adult conversation. But it's like, nah, fuck her. We're going to show everything she's ever done. We're going to post pictures of her. We're going to take information of Mike G and we're going to dox him, even though he's never done anything to any of you. His address was doxed. His name was doxed. His phone number was doxed. All because you're mad at me. Okay. You know, all of you individuals want to just keep on and keep on with me. If you don't like me and you hate me, move on. Leave me alone. Don't talk about me. Act as if I don't exist. Go ahead, hold a funeral about me. Bury me 6 feet in the fucking ground, throw dirt and fucking concrete on it. If that makes you feel better. You know, everybody was so pressed about the not the one situation. Everybody was like, oh, well, you did that, you did all this, and you did all that. You know, none of it never should have happened in the fucking first place. None of it. But see, while y'all want to sit there and hate on me constantly, day in and day out, even the people that I once had in my boxes, and we laughed and we joked and we have a good time, do you know, instead of all the negative shit, I always just try to remember the good times, because that's what keeps my mindset clear. Even when people have made fun of my looks, my weight, my eyebrows, my hair color. You've talked about me, you've talked about my kids, you've talked about my relationships, you've talked about my marriages, you've talked about my job. And yet I have just sat back and I've taken it. I've taken it. And y'all want to sit there and talk about, oh, well, she sticks up for Mike G. She sticks up for him. You know, that's her man. No, he's just a really damn good fucking friend who has never left my fucking side, even when I have fucked up, and he's called me out on my fuck-ups. And you know, the ones that have decided to leave, the ones who decided to walk away, the ones who decided, hey, Shannon's not worth, she's not redeemable, Shannon's not worth a second chance, everyone else is worth a second chance, but Shannon, no, fuck Shannon, that bitch can just go fucking off herself, right? But hey, you know, we know you struggle with a lot, Shannon. We know you've been through a lot. We know that you've struggled with your mental health. We know that you've made mistakes. But you know what? Fuck you, bitch. You are not even worth a fucking breath on this earth. That is how some of you absolutely treat me on this app. But you know, I'm a human and I'm flawed. And not only am I going to maybe make mistakes, you know, because that's just life. You're human. You're going to make mistakes. I'm just trying to work on how I react to things. I'm trying to actually be more aware who I allow around me, who I want in my little area. Certain people say, oh, you know, we're going to be there. You know, we'll be there. We'll show up. We don't care what nobody thinks. You know? We you know, it's like, I never forced anybody to be my friend. I never forced anybody to want to stick around or hang out with me. There was never stipulations. I never had people fucking doing the wild shit and deep diving into people's lives and exposing people. I never fucking went that fucking deep. Even when all that shit happened with Crystal and I, like, it was so fucked up, the whole goddamn situation. But there was so much shit that happened behind the scenes. There was so much shit that you guys weren't even there for. Conversations that were had that y'all don't even fucking know. Y'all don't even know the half of that goddamn situation. But y'all have picked it apart. Y'all have taken bits and pieces. Y'all have spin it. Y'all have turned it. People interjected themselves into that situation, and it was hate, Shannon hate train. You know how many times people have hurt my feelings on this app? You know how many times people have taken it too far with me on this app, and I have just turned the other cheek and I've let it go? Do you know that I'm actually the type of person that I actually do care about people's feelings, and I do realize that maybe I took things too far, or maybe I didn't handle it right, and I've always been willing to come up here and own it. But then when you do own it, it's like, fuck her.